Monday, but it's actually like 10 p.m. Monday and I'm just starting the vlog. I'm so sorry. I woke up late for work today, and then right after work we went to my parents' house because my splash guard had fallen down, so my dad fixed that on my car. And then we had dinner there and we're just getting home, and I'm just starting the vlog. And truthfully, I don't really know what I'm gonna read. I said at the end of last week's vlog that I was going to start Sweet Bitter Song, but I'm definitely not going to finish that before July, which is not tomorrow but the next day. And I just don't know what I want to read. So I will update you once I decide, but I just wanted to start the vlog so that I wasn't just like not starting the vlog. So consider the vlog started. I am tired, so I'm gonna actually just go to bed, and then I will let you know tomorrow what I've decided that I'm gonna start reading. That will just carry over into July. So hey, it is Tuesday. I am home from work. I meant to check in with you this morning before I went into work, but I didn't. I know I said I didn't know what I was going to be physically reading, but I have been listening to more of Labyrinth's Heart. I'm now just about 14 hours into the audiobook, which is like just under 24 hours audiobook long, so I'm over 50% of the way through, and this is the first time I'm rereading Labyrinth's Heart. I've read it before. I gave it 5 stars, and again, I can't really talk too much about it because it is the third and final book in the Rook and Rose trilogy. But basically, the first book's premise is that we have Wren. She is a street rat character who she decides to con her way into a noble family's register in order to set her and her sister up for success so that they can find safety. They don't have to live on the streets anymore. They don't have to be a maid, etc., etc., etc. However, she finds out once she gets involved with this family that they are destitute by noble standards. So there's not much money to go around, and so she decides that she is going to help this family raise their status while also cementing herself within the family. And there's a lot of other stuff that goes on. There's some really cool magic systems. There's a lot of talk about race and class systems and the way that upper class people or certain races of people in this world, but you can translate it pretty easily just with a knowledge of what's going on in the world, treat other people of other races that they don't feel are as good as them. And there's a lot of racism in the book, a lot of oh my god, discrimination based on the class, religious aspects of the story, etc., etc. Please bear with me. The heat is getting to my brain. But I love it, and I love how intricate all of the movings are. Like, the more I reread this series, I feel like I'm getting more and more that I missed the first time. Like, there's so much going on that it's easy to like focus on one aspect of the story and end up missing other parts of it. And I feel like with each reread I'm catching on to more stuff. And since this is only the second time I'm reading it, I am getting some of it because I feel like the first time I read it, I was just so excited to be back, and there was just so much going on that I was just flying through it. And so I'm enjoying this second time reading it even more, is basically what I'm trying to say. But again, this is my plea for you to read it, because I really believe that it's like one of the most underrated fantasy series like of all time. Like, everyone should be reading it. My cats are fighting. but I haven't chose what I'm going to read, and I feel a little weird choosing a book to start since it's June 30th. It's the last day of the month. There's no way I'm going to read a book tonight, just with the way that my brain is feeling. So it's like, what do I want to start July with? And I don't know yet. I just don't know. I've picked out my Kobo because I'm also like, do I want to hold a book or do I just want to read on my Kobo? You know? So once I decide what I'm going to do, I will let you know. I do have the next 2 days off, which is thrilling. I am going to use Wednesday to get all my chores and stuff done so that Thursday can be my lazy day, but I am going to be lazy today. I'm going to be lazy this evening and tonight because I worked all day. It's also going to be so hot the next few days. We're supposed to get up to 100 degrees, and it's also supposed to be raining. So it's going to be just like absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Extreme heat warning. These conditions are expected by 10 a.m. Wednesday, July 1st, so starting tomorrow. What is it supposed to be? Oh, it's come down now to 94 tomorrow. But we are supposed to get thunderstorms today, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday it's supposed to be sunny. Saturday we're also supposed to get thunderstorms. But it's supposed to be 90s all the next 5 days. Today it was 90, tomorrow it's 94, Thursday 98, Friday 96, and then Saturday 92. And as I think we've discussed previously, I am not a summer girl, so this is going to be hell. Anyway, I think I'm going to get a snack. I'm going to wait for Charlotte to get home and we'll figure out what we're going to do for dinner. And then once I decide what I'm going to do with my reading, other than continuing to listen to The Labyrinth's Heart, I will come back and do an update. Hey, it's actually like 5 p.m. I think it's actually later than that. I have not been having a good mental health day. I felt like I've had no spoons. It is what it is. I have been napping on and off all day. I had wanted to do chores, but I just didn't have the spoons for that. The only thing that I had the spoons to do is actually do an everything shower. And so I did that, and then I took another nap, and then I did eat, which is good. And then I took another nap. So I'm just feeling some type of way about the day. It's not gone how I've wanted it to go. I am going to sit down and I'm going to try and figure out what I'm going to read for July instead of TBR. Just because having a TBR makes me feel like I know what my plans are for reading. I am always happy to step away from the TBR if that's not what I'm feeling, but having the TBR set does give me a place to start, which I think will help right now, seeing as I just don't know what I want to read. I also have vacation coming up at the end of the month, so I know what I want to be reading on vacation, so that at least gives me a jumping off point to get started. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to go from there and just see how things go for me. Charlotte is working until close tonight, so she won't be home for a while. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. really quick because yet again I've been neglectful. It is disgusting. It is 107 degrees in my car right now, and it's 95 degrees outside, and I've just gotten out of work, and it was so hot in the building, and I'm just like, I need to go home. I'm gonna get Chipotle. I'm gonna pick it up because I don't want to cook, and that just sounds like it would be really good right now. So I'm gonna go get Chipotle, and then I will try and remember to check in with you. I do have like a very tiny reading update, which I can tell you about really quick. But I am currently reading The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I was going to read Unloved, which is the second book in the Unbound or the Unsteady series by Peyton Corinne, but when I went to start reading yesterday, our power went out, and so I couldn't read because there was no light. So I read, but the library had The Night and the Moth available, so I was able to get that onto my Kobo, so I started reading that. I'm really enjoying it. The vibes are immaculate, but I'm only like 8% in, so I don't really know too much about it yet. But anyway, that's my reading update. Now I can feel less guilty for not talking to you. I'm gonna go get my Chipotle and go home because this is gross out. I hate the summer. I hate summer. I'm ready for it to be over. Absolutely disgusting day. It is the birth of America. It's July 4th. Boo. I'm wearing black for a funeral. I'm not celebrating, in case you were wondering. I am actually about to go into work, but I wanted to just quickly check in because I have done some more reading in The Night and the Moth. I'm 33% of the way through. Okay, so essentially she works at this like kind of abbey monastery kind of place, and she divines for people. So she is drowned in this spring, and she tells people their fates based on these symbols of their omens, which are essentially they're like the gods. And the king comes to get his fortune read to see if the omens favor him, and she tells him that they don't. And then she catches the king later doing something no one is supposed to be doing, and she essentially blackmails them into taking her and the rest of the diviners, there's 6 of them in total, to a fair. And then after that, the diviners start going missing, and we don't know what's happening to the diviners. We don't know what's going on. We just know that they're missing. And so she ends up teaming up with the foulest knight in the land, Rory, to try and figure out where her other diviners are. And I am obsessed. I loved One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. The vibes of her books are immaculate. Like, I truly think that they are, like, if you want gothic romantasy, but not like horror gothic and not literary gothic, I don't know how I'm trying to describe it. The gothic vibes are immaculate. The fantasy vibes, immaculate. The banter, immaculate. Everything about this book so far is immaculate, and I am obsessed. I bricked up my phone, and I read for a few hours this morning before having to come to work. It's now 11:53, and I do have to walk in to work now, which is disgusting. but I'm literally obsessed. I can see where some people are saying that things are almost predictable, in a way, because I do think I have some feelings about what's going on, but also I'm not hating that. It's giving intentional, and I also feel like there's an element of storytelling that you can't, like, if your readers don't have any clue what's going on, that's not going to be an enjoyable read half the time. Like, I'm sure there are some circumstances or writers that can pull that kind of stuff off, but you need to be able to lay the groundwork for a novel and for your readers to understand what's going on and to make their own, like, come to their own conclusions. And I feel like that's what's going on with this book. I don't think that it's predictable in, like, a boring way. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But maybe I just vibe with Rachel Gillig's writing more than some of the other people that I know who have read her books, but I'm loving it. I think it could be a 5-star read, but we will just have to keep reading to find out. Unfortunately, I can't keep reading right now because I do have to go into work. Blech.